Om Shanti. Good evening to all my brothers and sisters. And it's a pleasure to be with you all. A very hearty and warm welcome to each one of you in this refreshing online Sunday evening talk. And maybe some of you joining for the first time. So, special welcome to those who are here today for the first time. We are in the last month of this year 2020, and recently we celebrated Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all of you. And New Year is approaching. One side we are in a celebration mode, and on the other side, one more year passed. And in this year, we went through a lot of things, as we all know. So today in this evening, it's time to reflect on year 2020 as a bit 2020 farewell, perhaps with a sign of relief. We reflect on the year's joy and accomplishments despite the challenges, because past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Past is a place of learning, not a place of living. So, for that, we have a very relevant topic in this today evening, in this today Sunday evening talk. And what is our today's topic? So, our today's topic is valuable past, invaluable future, reflection on 2020. And for that, we have a very special, insightful orator, Sister Madhuri, in this evening with us. So, who is going to explore on this topic? So, let's welcome Sister Madhuri. And one more announcement I would like to share with everyone. At the end of the session, we have small Q&A session also. So if you have any doubts, you can just write down in the chat box. So at the end, we can take your questions. And before we start our talk today, I would like to introduce Sister Madhuri to everyone. So Sister Madhuri has taken her bachelor degree in electronics and communication engineering, and she is associated with Brahma Kumaris since her very early age. And she has dedicated her life to Brahma Kumaris, World Spiritual Organization, for the cause of socio-spiritual educational services. And Sister Madhuri has been instrumental for inspiring and guiding people of various sections of the society. And she has given her lectures at different sections of the society, like steel plant, HPCL, IT department, forest department, Navy, border security force at JNK, and many other units of military. And she delivered her lectures in universities also, like Andhra University, Geetam University, La University, or so. And her area of interest and specialization are Raj Yoga meditation, emotional mastery, stress management, anger management, stimulating the inner spirit, and strategies for success, and so. And many of her talk programs are available on TV also. And apart from these, she is well trained and well experienced in the program of Health in Your Hands, a module that combines meditation with physical exercise, and values in healthcare. This is a module that helps healthcare professional take a fresh value-based approach. So let's welcome Sister Madhuri. So welcome to Shanti Sarovar, Sister Madhuri. So over to Sister Madhuri. So let's listen from Sister Madhuri.
Thank you so much, Preeti Ben. Om Shanti. Before we start off the session, let's sit for a moment in God's remembrance. Om Shanti. Happy New Year to all of you. Come December, and what comes to our mind? What new to wear, what new to eat, where to go, whom to meet, and what else can I do? There have been many years going on. Many 31st of Decembers have passed on. Many 1st of Januaries have passed on. 365 days have passed on since we have last said Happy New Year. And 365 days are waiting for us. What does it bring to our mind? Apart from what new to wear and what new to eat, what newness can I bring about in myself? How new a person should I be in 2021? Because the calendar is going to turn soon. It doesn't take much of a time. Just a second past 12, and that's it. The year's changed. Have I changed? Have I transformed? What is so special about January 1st? If you take up the whole 365 days, there are special 2 days for the whole of the year when we talk of special resolutions, isn't it? Can you guess what are those 2 days? Can you guess? Day 1, January 1st, and the other day is birthday. New Year, we take up resolutions, and of course we do have birthday resolutions. Why are those 2 days special for us? Birthday, no doubt it is special because we have taken the license to come down onto the earth. What's so special about New Year? What's so special about that? 1-1, because 1-1 ke baad, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 21, and so on and so forth, they keep changing. But what's so special about that? 1-1. 1-1 is so special for me because 1-1 gives me a chance for this one to become number one. This one can become number one. How can this one become number one? How can I become number one? What's to be done for that? Point number one. At the personal level, when I make sure that my thought and action are one and the same, then I can become number one. At the relationship level, when I can accept everyone and everyone for that matter, no exceptions, irrespective of how imperfect the person is, when I can accept everyone, then also there is a chance for this one to become number one. So 1 gives us an opportunity to become number one. That's the reason we are so much pulled towards it. Now, what all do we do on January 1st? What is something special about that day? Or even if I go like this, if I have to become number one, point number one was my thought and action should be one and the same. What should I do for that? We take up New Year resolutions. December 31st or January 1st remind us of New Year resolutions. How many of you have been taking up New Year resolutions in the past so many years? There are so many of you. Almost all of us. That's simple. But the next question is, how many of us have been accomplishing them, fulfilling our own promises to ourselves? If possible, you can keep a notepad and a pen handy. It might be of help to you during the session for reflections. Now let's sit with our own self. It's just I, me, with myself. Go back to December 31st, 2019 or January 1st, 2020. What were the New Year resolutions that I've taken up? Just list them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be it planning to shed off a few pounds, be it planning to go for a walk every day, be it planning not to hurt anyone in the future, be it planning to give more time to the family or friends or relatives, be it spending more time for spiritual study, be it anything, whatever. Just note them down one by one. For those of you who don't have a notebook and a pen handy, yeah, we have something else for you. Just visualize yourselves on the shores of the beach. We do stay very near to the beach. Just visualize yourselves on the sand shore and write down your resolutions one after one, whatever you have taken up in the last year. Now that you're done with it, let's proceed. Out of all these resolutions, there might be a few resolutions which we have accomplished. There might have been a few resolutions which we have accomplished partially, not to the complete extent, partially. And there are definitely a few more resolutions which we have not at all touched, which we have not at all started. Isn't it? Definitely, these 3 types of resolutions are on our lists. What shall we do for this new year? Let's contemplate on this. Point number 1. Those resolutions which I've taken up and accomplished. How was or why was I able to accomplish them? What are the reasons? Either they were easy for me, check, or I was very interested, or lucky me, time cooperated, people around were encouraging, everything was cooperative, or a very tough lesson taught by life motivated me to accomplish the task, that resolution at any cost, come whatever may. That means my willpower was in full action. Either of these reasons helped me accomplish it. Point number 2. Those resolutions which I've partially accomplished, partially in the sense I've started off, continued them maybe for a month or two, or just for the month of January, and then that's it, close. What was the reason I was not able to complete them? Reflect. Question yourself, was I really serious about accomplishing them? Did self-pity come in the way that I've started it, went ahead for a few days or a few months, and then later on just left it like that? Or was I overpowered by overconfidence and then thought it's okay to postpone it for a day? It's okay to take gap, to take break for a day or for a week, and then that gap or break extended for another day and another day and another day, and that's it, full stop. What was the reason? And case 3. Definitely, there are some resolutions which I have not just started. I have not even touched upon them. Reflect, contemplate. What's the reason? Question yourself. Was I confident enough that I could take over that project? Question yourself. Was I gripped by some unknown hidden fear that stopped me from even starting it? Or check, dive deep within yourself. Check if you had it at the core of your heart that I can't and I can't and I can't accomplish this task at any cost. I've just added it to my to-do list just for some solace, nothing more. Knowing deep within that I'm not at all confident about it. Now that we have seen all the 3 cases, what do we plan for the future, for the coming year? Shall we allow the coming year also to carry these 3 types of resolutions? Somehow we accomplish, some partially and some not at all. How do we plan to proceed? There is no question of time here. Time is in our hands. हिंदी में एक कहावत है, we are the owners of time. Time is not our owner. Time is not our master. We are masters over time. So how do we plan for the future? Acha, let's go ahead with an example. There are so many people in your life, so many people in your life, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your family life. And every person around you keeps asking you for something or the other. They want you to do something or the other for them, be it a normal task or be it something else. So maybe we can take it in these terms. Everyone around you allots some or the other task to you. Let's go ahead like this. Everyone around you allots some or the other task to you. Now, whose task are you going to finish off first? Ask yourself this question. When I have a list of tasks to be accomplished, list of tasks given by people around me, whose task am I going to give first priority? And then whose task am I going to give second priority? And then rest of the tasks follow. Just think about it. Definitely, we give priority to the tasks given by those people whom we love very, 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 very much. And we make up our mind, come whatever may, let anything come in the way, I am going to do what they've asked me for. I am going to fulfill their wish. I'm ready to compromise my food time, rest time, my personal space, and anything for their sake. Right? So this is one very important priority that most of us have. Secondly, to whose task do we give priority? Someone who gives us a really tough time. Someone whom we are not ready to face. Either we don't have the courage to face them, or we don't have the patience to listen to their self-confidence lowering speeches. So I just feel better finish it off. Let me not hold it for any long. I'm not ready to listen to them. I don't want to take any chance. Just let me finish it off. So these are the two special cases where we are ready to do anything and anything to complete the tasks allotted by them to us. So this is the case where we were allotted tasks by someone else and we are striving to fulfill, to complete. Now, let me question myself. Are the resolutions not the tasks that I've given to myself? Then why am I not ready to accomplish the tasks that I've given to myself? Why am I not fulfilling them? Don't I love myself as much as I love others? Be it anyone? Something to reflect upon. This year, let's make up our mind. I am going to set certain resolutions for myself and I am going to accomplish them, come whatever may, whatever the case may be. Let anything and anything come in the way. Nothing is going to stop me. And what is needed for that? What is needed for that? Deep love for myself, which enhances determination. Yes, determination is the key. Many of us feel that shayad determination is God's gift to certain people. But no, determination is the gift that I can only gift to myself. This is the solid truth. And how do we enhance this determination? We do have it inside. That's the reason we go ahead and fulfill certain tasks in our life, but we don't use it all the while. The reason is that power of determination is not emerged. That means it's not at the surface level. We use it once in a while and then we let it rest. But no, I'm going to use it from now onwards. Now, how to enhance this power? Let's take an example. Yoga or exercise. Is it easy to do the asanas or the exercises on day one, just when we have started them? Day one of yoga really leaves us with a lot of pains because we have left our muscles idle for many, many years. And then suddenly I try to move them and test them if they're flexible or not. And I find that I'm undergoing a lot of pain. Day one is painful. But if I start toning them, and if I'm ready to endure the pain in that process, then I will be gifted with fitness. Yes, determination is that power which cuts through the inertia and brings us onto our feet, makes us all fit and set to accomplish anything and anything and anything. Yes, but in order to enhance this power, I need to take up a task and work on it, and work on it continuously. Don't take many, many tasks at a time. Even if it's a New Year resolution, let's just take up one task initially. And let's plan, let's promise to ourselves to work on it just for a week or a fortnight. That's it. And then I go ahead. Make sure you're going to take up only one task, work on it for a week or a fortnight. That's it. No looking back, no going back, no excuses, no reasons, no self-pity, nothing, nothing, nothing. Just for a week. What's going to happen then? You know what magic is going to happen then? Because I've spent time toning myself, just I've spent time toning my muscles when I started yoga. In the same way, because I've spent time toning my inner self, that power increases, that power emerges, that power comes to the surface, and that power becomes available for me. And now I feel it's easy to fulfill any task that I've taken up in life. So let's start off this year. Let's kickstart with a single resolution. But don't stop there. After a week, after you've fulfilled your resolution, extend it for a couple of days more, and then a couple of days more, and then a couple of days more. And that's it, you're on track. No looking back. No looking back. Else what happens? Day one of resolution, day one some of the other excuse, January 1st, kal se dekhenge, definitely today is time for celebration. Today I'm in a mood of celebration. No hard work today. No, no, no. If I excuse myself on day one itself, then back to square one. So determination is the key to fulfill New Year resolutions. And how to enhance it? Love yourself deeply. Start off, just keep moving ahead, no looking back, and that's it. Secondly, what else has happened in the past year, 2020? Apart from the pandemic episode, what else has happened in your own life? Just check. Anything remarkable, anything eventful, or just check upon this. In what all situations have I said to myself, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have behaved like this, I shouldn't have spoken to them like that, or I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have spent more time with my family, I shouldn't have back answered to them, I shouldn't have disturbed them when they were angry, I should have understood them, I should have been more forgiving, I should have been more accepting. Is there any such kind of a list in your diary last year? Shoulds and shouldn'ts? If yes, what's your plan for the new year, for the year to come? Shall we let it just be a list of wishes? Or shall we try and bring them into action? Now, let's check ourselves. In all of our lives, in most of the cases where we think of shoulds and shouldn'ts, there will be just one particular quality which we are lacking in, which is missing in our life. Be it anything, be it compassion, be it pity, be it understanding, be it accepting, be it love, be it anything else, there is one particular quality. And because that quality is missing, we have this list of shoulds and shouldn'ts. And we know for sure what is that quality. It may be a hard quality, a strong quality, or a soft quality. It may be determination, lack of determination, or lack of willpower, or lack of courage, lack of hope, lack of trust, lack of kindness, lack of sweetness, lack of positivity, anything. There may be a list of weaknesses in our life, but there will be one particular weakness which is prominent and predominant that affects our life most of the times. And yes, we know for sure what is that. Check yourself, dive deep inside, question yourself, what is that in my life? Answer yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Now that you're ready with the answer, tell yourself, I am going to adopt that quality this year. Yes, I myself can do this. Nothing can come in my way. Nothing can come in my way. But how to do it? Because many, many years have passed and I've been just thinking every time, I shouldn't have done this. I should have been like this. No, no more. What's to be done for that? To bring about or to emerge some beautiful quality from within you, you need to spend some time to dive deep inside and search for you have to search the ocean, and then only you will find the jewel, and then only you will find the pearls. That means you need to introspect. Question yourself, why do I want to imbibe this quality? What problems did I face in the past for not imbibing this quality or for not adopting this virtue? Or what all losses I've incurred in my life for not having adopted this virtue? Write down. Write down honestly. Write down just for yourself. Write down just for giving clarity to yourself. This is conducting a self-realization course to yourself. No one else in the world can conduct a realization course for ourselves. Myself can only conduct self-realization course. When I conduct self-realization course to myself, that means when I go back, turn the pages and check what all problems I have faced because of it, what all losses I have faced in life because of that quality, because I have lagged in that quality. Yes, I realize I don't want to lose anything more. I don't want to lose anyone else. I don't want to lose my original self. When we introspect, our will becomes strong. Otherwise, what happens is I make up my mind. For example, I don't want to hurt anyone from now onwards. I have this thought after a deep prayer or a deep meditation session, or after I've hurt someone and I've realized how painful it's for them. And then I suddenly make up my mind for a moment. I'm not going to hurt anyone in the future, but how long am I going to stand on it? Something else triggers, and yes, back to square one. I forget all these thoughts. I forget all the promises that I made to myself. And I am back. When will I progress in life? When will I go ahead in life? Going ahead in life is going closer to God. And that happens when I slowly shed off my weaknesses. So, point number 2, I'm going to reflect on the past. Yes, past, because many people think past is past, it's over, it's done, I'm not going to look at it at all. Fine, true. We need to forget the past, but not the lessons of the past. Not the lessons of the past. Lessons of the past are priceless. Priceless. No one can teach them. Only past can teach us. So let me take my lessons from the past, from 2020, so that I can be a wiser myself in 2021. Now that we are done with 2 things. 1, taking up resolutions for the new year and how to accomplish them. How to accomplish them? I need to have that deep love for myself, that high respect for myself, value for myself, and determination is the key. I just start off, no stopping, No looking back, no excuses, no self-pity, complete confidence. And point number 2, taking lessons from the past, reflecting on them, and carrying only and only lessons of the past, not the sorrow of the past, not the pain of the past, not other experiences of the past. It's only lessons of the past that I'm going to carry with me into the future. And then the third point and final point, something which can change our world, change our life. It may sound very simple. Acha, is it this? That's all? Yes, it may sound very simple, but it does magic. That is gratitude, thankfulness. Yes. The first thought in the morning, as soon as I wake up, should be thought of gratitude. Not even the second thought. Not even the second thought. The first thought should not be, what's the time? No. First thought, gratitude. Yes, we want to bring God in a first thought. Fine. Let's it be the thought of gratitude towards God, thankfulness towards God. First thought in the morning, thank you, God, for everything. It does magic. It works wonders. Yes, it does. A simple exercise which will prove really, really helpful to you. Yes, it was helpful to many in the past. Exercise, you can do it. To start off, sit with yourself, take a paper and a pen, and write down 100 points of gratitude, starting right from your years of infancy or childhood or whatever, from the time you remember till date. Write down 100 points for which you feel grateful for. Take a couple of days, that's okay, but write them down. One point shouldn't match the other. They shouldn't repeat. Write down 100 points. It's not very difficult. Looking back to all the years of your life and then writing down 100 points for which you can be grateful for, it's not difficult. Write them down. This is the starter. Next, after that job is completed, sit down at night and write down 10 points for which you can be grateful for all that has happened on that particular day. It should not match with that 100 points list. And next day morning, nothing has actually started, only your morning prayers, that's all. And then you sit down and jot down another 10 points list. Nothing has actually happened that day yet, but still you're going to write down 10 points list for which you can be grateful for. Conditions apply, they should not match the previous day's list. No doubt you have to give a lot of work to your brain, but it's worth. I repeat, starter 100 points list, starting right from your infancy or childhood till date. All those things you feel you can be grateful for. Take it. After 2-3 days, after you've completed that list, sit down that night, write 10 points for all the things that you can be grateful for all that have happened on that day, that particular day. Next day morning, write down 10 more points for which you can be grateful for, which you think will be happening on that day or anything else. Conditions apply, the points shouldn't match. No doubt you'll find it tough initially, but then see the magic. After you do it, just for a couple of days, maybe for a week or so, you will find yourself far away from negativity. You will find yourself consciously or knowingly, unknowingly, you will find yourself looking around for things for which you can be grateful for. Gratitude is very, very vital for human survival. And gratitude is such a high vibration thought or feeling inside that creates kindness, compassion, and patience. Many, many chemical reactions take place in our brain, right? And they take place in our brain on the basis of our thoughts and feelings. Earlier days, we thought that by age 7, everything is developed inside and that's it. But recent studies have proved that the brain circuits keep changing. That circuitry keeps changing. If I work on this experiment and gradually, if I develop that attitude of gratitude, if I develop that habit of looking around only to find things that I can be grateful for, then compassion develops, kindness develops, patience develops, and negativity is far at bay. How magical transformation is going to come about in our life, isn't it? It's not just possible, it's very, very important. A research in Harvard where they worked with 5 people initially. 5 people were asked to do some kind acts. So these 5 people who are doing kind acts were witnessed by 5 other people. It was proved that even when a single kind act is witnessed by 5 people, they go and act acts of kindness, and another 5 witness them. They go and act kindly, and another 5 witness them. And this Harvard study proved that ultimately one act of kindness reaches to 125 people minimum. And how much transformation can we bring about in the world, at least the world immediately around us? And this kindness comes with gratitude. So let's adopt this attitude of gratitude for the invaluable 2021. This attitude of gratitude towards the past, yes, gives us a feeling that we have had a valuable past. And adopting this for the future proves that 2021 is going to be really invaluable for us. So now that we are set completely, totally, we're stepping ahead into 2021. Let's just revise. Point number one, I have my set of resolutions ready. Hope all of you have your set of resolutions ready. Yes. If not, you can work on them and make the list ready by December 31st. But then, important point here is I'm going to take up only one at a time, and just for a week, and not going to look back. No excuses, no self-pity, no reasons. I have to do it. I can do it because I love myself. I respect myself. I value myself, and determination is my power, my strength. Point number two, I take lessons from the past. I decide firmly that I'm going to imbibe that quality in myself, because in the absence of that quality, I've missed a lot in my life. I'm going to do it after conducting a self-realization course for myself. And point number three, yes, gratitude towards whatever has happened in the past, and gratitude towards what is going to come into my life in the future. Don't forget this experiment. Take it as a homework starter, under points for which I can be grateful for, continued by 10 points daily at night, whatever I can be grateful for what has happened on that day, and 10 points in the morning before anything has actually started. And yes, that's it. We are done. Now, one resolution that we would like to gift you with from our side. First 1 week, you can try your resolution, but the one which we are giving you now should be of the topmost priority. And that is, we have listened to certain things till now. For all those to come into action, we need to empower ourselves every day in the morning before we start off. That self-care, self-nourishment is essential. For that, take out 20 minutes of your time every day morning for studying some gyan, some spiritual study, and few minutes of meditation. And that's it, you're charged for the day. You're charged for the day. You can use your whole energy throughout the day. Let this be the first resolution of the new year, and which should be continued for 365 days to come. 20 minutes of time daily in the morning, first few minutes for spiritual study and meditation. That's the time spent with God. Happy New Year once again. May all your dreams come true. God bless you. Om Shanti. Let us meditate for a moment now.
Mm.
Sit back, turn inside, Look at yourself, your inner being. Talk to yourself. I value myself. I respect myself. I am God's child. So I'm truly powerful. It's just that I need to understand and realize my power. Let me accept, yes, I'm God's child. And nothing is impossible for God's child. Nothing, in fact. I make up my mind on this special day to start off this new year as a special me. I see myself as a new me, much more determined, much more grateful for everything in life, much more compassionate, much more kind towards myself and everyone else. I see myself a stronger me. I see myself a sweeter me. I take this moment to thank you, God, for all that you have done to me. Thank you, my body, for doing so much for me. Thank you, my mind, for being with me. Thanks to all the people in my life for being with me. Thanks to my workplace for giving me bread. Thanks to the place where I'm living for giving me shelter. Thanks to all the people who were loving to me and taught me to be loving. Thanks, many more thanks to those people who were tough and taught me not to be egoistic, not to be self-centered. Thank you, and thank you.
स्पॉटलाइट करिए मेरे को. So thank you so much, Didi, for such a beautiful session. Actually, in this session, which I felt in the whole session, we were on a one-on-one with ourselves, and we went through a self-realization, self-introspection, and self-reflection. So actually, we went through a beautiful operation in this session, and I felt I was in operation theater. And Didi, you gave wonderful homework to us. And as a starter, we have to write down 100 points of gratitude, and before sleep also we have to write down 10 points, and every day in the morning also we have to write down 10 points. So thank you for such a nice homework, Didi. And from today onwards, definitely we will practically implement this attitude of gratitude, and we will try to accomplish all these things. And definitely we will, with strong determination, we will do all these things. So thank you for a nice reflection, Didi. And at last, from on behalf of Shanti Sarovar, we want to say Happy New Year to everyone. And definitely in next week, we will come again with a new session, with a new topic. And may this year bring new happiness, new goals, new achievements, and a lot of new inspiration in your life. And wishing you a year fully loaded with happiness and abundance, and wishing every day of the new year to be filled with success and prosperity for you. So happy new year again to everyone. And one more announcement is there. If you want daily updates, so for that you have to subscribe our YouTube channel Shanti Sarovar, so that you can get all the updates. So thank you so much, Didi, and thanks to everyone for listening peacefully. And definitely we will accomplish all these things, and we will practically implement all these things in our life. So again, thanks to Sister Madhuri. Thank you so much, Didi ji, and thanks to everyone. So let's have a moment of remembrance of God, and we will finish today's talk. Hmm.